everyone, and welcome to my first episode in my F1 2019 career mode. Now, sorry it's taken so long to get out. I just really haven't been feeling very well, and you can probably hear my voice as well. My nose is still pretty full in a minute. And if you didn't see my update video, then I did explain that these videos might take quite a while to get out in the first couple of weeks of this game coming out because of hay fever that I have. Normally I have hay fever until the end of July, so after July I should be okay to upload videos and whatnot. But here is my character creation then. That's the character that I'm going for. Obviously the number 96, of course. And for some reason I didn't get a thing to say that I would like number 1 on my car if I ever won. I don't know why. Now moving on to my helmet. These are all some of the new helmet designs. I think there are some new ones in here. I couldn't quite tell if there were any. They're obviously the ones that you buy. I did get the Legends Edition, so I do have the Senna stuff and Pro stuff. But this is my helmet. Then I'm going to go for a red, green and white to represent the Welsh flag, because I am Welsh. So, makes sense, of course. And yeah, of course, if you didn't know, I am going to go drive a Haas as well. I did say it in my update video. But without further ado, let's get into the F2 experience and see how it goes.
In F1 2019, you'll be invited to start your career by selecting a Formula 2 team. Driving for this team, you'll experience some key moments of a Formula 2 season, a thrill-packed racing championship in its own right, and the springboard to Formula 1. At the end of this feeder series, your choice of driver academy and your performance in F2 will determine the terms of the contracts offered by the teams as you embark upon your career in Formula 1 and begin to write your own chapter of motorsport history.
So here we are then in the team selection screen. I'm going to go for Prema, but here are all the F2 teams that you can choose from in this career mode. I'm sure you've all seen this before because this is coming out pretty late. But I'm going to go for Prema because they seem to be the team that have all the Ferrari drivers. So yeah, we're now going to go for Prema, and let's see what the first scenario is of this F2 season.
Prema's new driver really commanding the race here. Devon Butler still ruthlessly giving chase. These two have been really scrapping it out for the early wins in the championship. And something's wrong. Butler sees his chance. Some kind of mechanical failure. Picking up speed again. It's unclear what the issue was. Can they still finish this race?
Looks like an issue with the turbo. You've lost some speed at the top end, but you're very close to the finish. You can still compete and get some points here. Don't give up. Just do the best you can. We're all behind you.
So here we are then in our Prema, and it appears we have a turbo failure, and the team want us to let our teammate pass, who is Lucas Weber. As this was my first time driving an F2 car, and safe to say it's pretty unstable at the rear. And I was going to let him pass, and then all of a sudden we get a tap in the rear and we're off, and Lucas Weber has pretty much made it. I mean, I didn't let him go past a team. I mean, I never let him pass. That's the thing. I never let him pass. He hit me off, team. But anyway, this turbo problem and me driving an F2 car for the first time isn't the best combination. Not gonna lie, because the rear is very, very twitchy when you have medium traction control and you're on a controller as well. It's very, very twitchy, as you saw there. But the race is now finished. Devon Butler won. I don't know where Lucas Weber finished. But we're now coming up to the start finish line. There's a little slight lock up there as we run it a bit wide. Let's let Delatraz go. No, we just about cut him off there at the exit of that chicane. And now coming up to the start finish line, and we are now going to cross line to finish 12th.
Bad luck. It just wasn't our day today.
Brilliant stuff from Dams today. What a superb victory. Davide, what do you think made the difference here?
I think what won them the race was their ability to adapt. At every point, they delivered what was needed. They were calm and steady when they needed to be, but they were ruthless and aggressive when it was demanded of them. There wasn't anything out there that they weren't prepared to handle. Let's see if they can keep it up this season.
Dams, another team with a huge amount of history based right in the heart of motorsport near Le Mans in France, have once again shown their formidable abilities out on the track with yet another win today. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Challenge. It's a good result for Devon Butler, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Well, after a drive like that, it's got to be Alessio Lorandi. Very clean, very smooth. I can be really pleased with that one.
And now a look at the team standings. Dams move to the top of the table. Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow.
There you are. That was an exciting race. It definitely got people talking about you, which means I was able to secure a quick interview.
Okay, we're all set over here.
Just a minute. Remember, anything you say to the press can go very, very public. So be relaxed, but also be conscious of what you're saying and how it might come across to other people, okay? I think we're ready.
Great. So Emma keeps telling me you're the one to watch this season. If that's true, you'll be doing plenty of these. Just remember, be yourself. And the more you can give me, the better this will go. Right, stand here. Turn a little this way for me. Perfect. Ready? An exciting race today. Let's get your perspective. So you and Lucas are new to the team. How are you settling in? Okay, so how did you feel about being ordered to give up the position to Lucas? Great, well that's everything.
Hey, look, I know that wasn't easy letting me pass, but it was the right choice. It was good driving.
Yeah, that's how I describe it, mate. Just good, not great. 1 in 6. 1 in 6 makes the leap to F1. The other 5 are still watching their less talented teammates collect all their points. Shame, really. A lot of great drivers never get their chance because they do it all for the team.
Those teams got us here.
Yeah, but it's the drivers that take the risk. We should get the rewards. You ever won a race in F1? That's how winners think.
And remind me, how many F1 races have you won?
You watch this space. At the end of this championship, I'll be the one lifting the trophy, and I won't use my teammates to nick the podium.
Okay, I'm out. You believe what you want, Devon, but it's still early days.
He's either very clever or you're just a pushover. You really think if the situation was reversed, he'd do the same for you? You want to start looking out for yourself. No one else will.
Look at them go! Devon Butler locked in wheel-to-wheel racing with his championship rival, desperate to shut them down and stop them getting past. And there's contact! Butler simply left them nowhere to go. There was just no way for them to have avoided that. And look, there's significant damage. Not sure if that was down to recklessness or sheer aggression, but I'm sure the stewards are going to have something to say very shortly.
Don't give up. You're still in this race.
Okay, so here we are at race 2 then, and we've had an incident with Devon Butler. Not gonna lie, in real world, don't think that would be a penalty, but oh well.
Devon is in the pits. Devon in the pits.
So Devon's in the pit lane at the moment, and I think we have to try and catch up and pass him again, I'm assuming. But that didn't happen, and let's just say not much happened in this Grand Prix. I was keeping Delatraz behind me, but I wasn't catching up to the car ahead. Also, I've just noticed that there's a slight graphical error in this race where it says I'm on Super Softs. Although actually, this is the 2018 season, so it's not a graphical error. Ignore what I just said. I'm a dummy. But anyway, this is basically a lap around Austria in an F2 car. So now we're coming up to turn 4, I think it is.
Devon's P7 at the moment.
Huge lockup there as Lando Norris now comes across line to finish the race. We're probably going to come home in P11. Unfortunately not going to be able to catch Devon and pass him, simply because I'm not used to the F2 car yet, and I don't think the difficulty is at the right level. I think I had it too high during these races, so just keep that in mind as well. And obviously this is my first time playing this game, so I don't know what difficulty level is right for me as Devon comes across line as fast as that, which is even more annoying. But come around the final corner then to finish P11. Unfortunately we didn't manage to catch Devon Butler, but oh well.
Bad luck. It just wasn't our day today.
So another fantastic victory for Carlin today. So, Davide, what did you make of that?
Well, it was a bit of a roller coaster, I think. Absolutely congratulations are in order here. That was a spectacular race and a fantastic drive from our winner. I think though that after the race there's going to be a lot of eyes on Devon Butler regarding that collision. He's been very lucky today, in more than one way. Lucky to have walked away, lucky to have only received a penalty. It's a shame his rivals wasn't equally lucky today.
And there you have it, today's winners. Having raised some of the biggest names in F1 to date, Carlin have once again shown their expertise when it comes to recruiting new talent. No doubt today's winners have a bright future ahead of them. They certainly deserve it after today's performance. And now, let's take a look at the driver's standings. It's a good result for Devon Butler, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. And so, driver of the day then, Davide Valsecchi, who do you think you'd go for?
It's got to be Nairei Fukuzumi. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive.
On to the teams then. Dam's move to the top of the table. There was also a strong showing from the Russian time team today as they make their way up the standings. After all this drama, you'd be mad not to join us for the next race. We hope to see you then. Take care.
Bad luck today. That must be incredibly disappointing. It seems to me that collision with Devon clearly cost you a lot of time. Are you disappointed with the final result? So did you ever think you'd get the place back from Devon? I've seen that you and Lucas have been picking up a lot of points recently. What do you think of your championship chances? Appreciate your time.
Hey, Devon! Devon, stop!
Not now, I'm busy.
Hey! What are you doing out there? Seriously,
I'm gonna celebrate my excellent drive.
we saw what you did. It was reckless. You should have been black flagged.
Yeah, and I wasn't because it was my line. You were in my space. You shouldn't have been. Next time, stay out of my way.
No! Someone could have been hurt.
And that didn't happen, so what's your problem?
My problem is that your actions out there are too dangerous.
Listen, contact happens, okay? Took my penalty, but I kept it focused, kept it smooth, and came out on top. That's racing. I'm interrupted you every time I make a tough move. You want to play race director? Then quit driving and take the job. Until then, I don't owe you anything.
Devin, you don't get it. It's not me you should be apologizing to.
Look, you grab your space on the track, and then it's all or nothing. That's just how it goes. And anyway, you still couldn't beat me, even with my penalty. So no hard feelings, okay? Not from my end anyway. Chin up.
So here we are in Abu Dhabi. Each and every event in the Formula 2 calendar has led us here, to this, the final event of the championship, and one that promises to be a spectacle every bit as exciting as we might have hoped. So the Yas Island circuit offers 21 corners and a lap distance of around 3.4 miles. There are a few opportunities to pass with long straights and DRS zones in 2 places, turns 8 and 11. Plenty of close racing then, plenty of speed, and plenty of excitement for the fans, no doubt. Joining me for one last time here this year is Davide Valsecchi. Davide, I'm glad you're here because I think I'm going to need help processing all this. Surely, this is as exciting as it gets.
Yeah, you're right, Alex. It's the perfect finale. 2 drivers, rivals of season, now going into the final race tied on points, both way out in front at the top of the standings, meaning whichever of these 2 drivers cross the line first will be crowned the champion. I can't wait.
Okay, this is it. Last race of the season. All you have to do is finish in the points ahead of Devon, and the next time we see each other, you'll be the F2 World Champion. No pressure then. Good luck.
Oh yeah, Jeff, there's no pressure at all, the fact that I could be a champion at the end of this race. But this is race event 3 then, as we now have 5 red lights. We've got 4 lights, it's 5 lights. So lights out, away we go. We get off to the worst start in the world. That's a Max Verstappen start right there. As we're now coming up to turn 1, and this is, I know I've not had a chance to mention this, but this is race 3. We dive it down the inside of Fuoco as we're now up into P9 in the Grand Prix, and we're now going to try and go down the inside of Fukuzumi, I think that's how you say it. As we're now going to go around the outside, possibly. No, we managed to, well, we don't actually get enough grip to go on there. We now dive it down the inside of Fukuzumi and our teammate Weber, and Weber span out on us. What drama! As Lucas Weber spins out on our tyre, and I mean, I dived it down the inside, he should have left me room, and he's been disqualified from the Grand Prix. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Yeah, we now have Fukuzumi, who's now going to go around the outside of us here into the chicane at Abu Dhabi. We're now going to defend the inside. We're now going to go down the inside, possibly. He's going to go around the outside. No, we managed to successfully defend that position. And yeah, so basically this Grand Prix is that I have to pretty much finish ahead of Devon Butler to win the championship, basically. That's all that needs to happen. And we're now getting an awful run as we get heaps of wheel spin as well. We get an awful run, and now Fukuzumi is right up behind us. And I don't think if you're noticing a trend here, it's because I'm really slow. As Fukuzumi now goes down the inside. I mean, I squeezed him a lot there, and he still managed to get through. So fair play to have a lock up on the outside tyre. He gets a really, really poor run through the chicane, and we dive it up the inside again. We get a horrible exit. As now he's going to come back at us. No, he's got Delatraz right behind him as well, as we get another heap of wheel spin, which seems to be the trend of this actually. I did manage to like sort of stop the wheel spin every now and again. I managed to figure it out, But we now have Fukusumi again, who's quite far back. But is he going to get a good enough tow? He is, and he's now going to go down the inside into this chicane once again. Is he going to get it done this time? No, we managed to hang it around the outside, and we're now successfully defended. And that is us now still in P7. Obviously still not enough to get the World Championship, but I'm not really caring at this point because the F2 cars, we get awful tail. I mean, I don't know what that was, but we now have Fukusumi and Delatraz going round us there. I mean, that shows how much of a train I had behind me. As we're now going to go down the inside of Delatraz, possibly. We're going to keep the nose in. He leaves us in the room. We lock up. We're going to go side by side to the chicane, and we managed to successfully keep P8 at this point. And now, unfortunately, Fukusumi got away. I know it doesn't look like it here, but so we get an awful run through there. Heaps of wheel spin once again. And we're now going to try and possibly get Fukusumi into the... Oh! Again! The rear end in this car is just awful. It's probably one of the worst... Well, apart from the classic cars, it's probably one of the worst rear ends I've ever experienced in my entire life. We now have Markov trying to go down there outside. We're now going to possibly put the nose in. Oh, we've got damage there as we exceed track limits for some reason. As we lose the rear end again. And this last lap is getting very scrappy. Basically, I just wanted to try and keep the positions that I had, pretty much. And it wasn't really working. So I managed to get Markov behind me to get a huge lockup going into this triple chicane. And we get another awful run through there. As the broken wing now is really starting to affect me. As we're now going to come through here. Markov's going to go try round the outside here. That's a brave move from Markov, but he doesn't manage to hold it around there. As we're now coming around the final sector now to... obviously, Devin Butler's going to get crowned champion, which is unfortunate because he's an absolute arse. But Luca Giotto wins the Grand Prix as Markov is still trying to get around me for some reason. And we're now coming around the final two corners, the final corner, as we come across the line to take P9 in this Grand Prix. Not the best Grand Prix in the world, but it'll do.
Well done, good finish. You stepped up and achieved what we asked. Good job.
It's been my privilege over the years to witness a number of great sporting events, and here's another to add to that prestigious list. It's the ultimate dream for any racing driver. We have a new Formula 2 World Champion. Brilliant stuff from Campos today. What a superb victory. Talk to me, Davide. Was it everything you hoped for?
Everything and more. He had it all. The rivalry, the tension, the excitement. These two drivers have been locked in fierce competition all season. And to see it comes down to head-to-head battle for the line like this, well, this kind of things doesn't happen very often. Deva's performance today has secured the championship, and he has every right to be proud of that. I'm just happy I was here to watch it.
That result also seals the Formula 2 World Championship title. Congratulations to our winner after an incredible season. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Luis Delatraz. He was just perfect in conserving the tires and made the difference at the end.
So then, after today's event, Prema have claimed the team's championship. And after all that excitement, I think it's time for a lie down. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.
Great work out there today. Let's have your thoughts. So that was a thrilling end to the season. How was the race for you? Well, you went into this final race with the championship in your grasp. How are you feeling about being so close but missing out? Well, we've been hearing rumours of a possible future for you in Formula One. Care to comment? Great. Well, that's everything.
Devon, much as it hurts, we admit that was a great drive today. Congratulations. On the championship as well.
Well, I'm sure you thought you had me for a while, but I guess your luck just didn't hold out. Oh, I haven't got long. Could I have a quick word?
Sure.
Privately.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later then.
So, I'm sure you've probably already heard, but if you haven't, I'm going to be racing in the F1 Championship next year. Now, I don't know what your plans are, but let me give you some friendly advice. Don't try following me. But sure, you might get an offer from one of the smaller teams, probably someone desperate, and then you'll be stuck in P18 all season with car trouble. And you won't ever really be able to challenge me. But you stick it out here for another year, now that I'm gone, you've got a fighting chance of winning next year. And if you can manage that, I'm sure one of the larger teams would love to have you as a development driver.
Hey Devon, press time.
Oh, look out for yourself, yeah?
Man, he does not want to race you. Stay in F2? Ridiculous.
I was listening to the whole thing. Too bad for Devon, though. I'd be shocked if you don't have an F1 contract offer already. And if my deal pans out, man, his head is going to explode.
Ah, welcome. Come on in. Take a seat. It's time we had the big conversation about your next move. Your performance at the F2 Championships last year got you a lot of attention from the Formula One teams. Some of it more positive than others. I'm not so concerned with who does or doesn't like you. You'll have plenty of time to win the doubters over. But I am concerned with our choices. They're narrowing as we haven't shown commitment to anyone. As your agent, my advice is to make your decision now. We can worry about comfort and finer points further down the line. I need you to review these. You've earned every single one of these proposals. So take your time, have a read through, and don't get too hung up on specifics. Let's get you a Formula One seat.
So here is the team selection screen. Obviously, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to be selecting Haas. Because I want to do something different in career mode. I don't really see many people doing Haas, but they're all the different teams. So I hope you all enjoy this episode. Please do leave a like and a comment, and I will now leave you with the introduction to Haas. And yeah, I will see you all in the first F1 race of the season in Australia, which hopefully should go very well because Haas is a great car at the minute. But yeah, goodbye.
Excellent choice. From my conversations with them, they're going to be very excited to pursue this opportunity with you. I'll let them know our intentions immediately. I'll have to clean up some final details with them, but that's what you pay me for. Other than that, congratulations. You've earned it.
No, hey, you're here. I'll catch up with you. Sorry, I'm just on my way out, but your workstation's at the back over there. It should be all set up on the network, but let the guys know if it isn't. From there, you can access all the data you need to help us direct development of the car. Get yourself settled, and then head out to practice when you're ready. I'll catch up with you later, okay?
Welcome to your new team. Haas are experts in getting great value out of every investment. That's why they skipped being backmarkers and jumped straight into the midfield pack in their first season. You are now one of those investments. Make sure they get plenty of value, okay?